the Glenn Beck program. On the Get the Blaze campaign, by the way, this is a kind of an interesting story that's hanging. That attached itself. It's a Post-it note. Comcast goes for shock and awe. I love this. Comcast is waging a campaign of shock and awe for its proposed merger with Time Warner Cable by fielding one of the biggest lobbying teams ever seen in Washington. Think what a statement that is. One of the biggest lobbying teams ever seen in Washington. The company has added 7 lobbying firms to its roster since first proposing the deal earlier this year, and it's adopting a posture of overwhelming force to try to win approval from federal regulators. And it's, this is the typical David versus Goliath here. I mean, it's like, we want you to go to gettheblaze.com, submit your comment, but this is what you're going up against, so not going to be easy. Going to need a lot of comments for this one. Comcast's lobbying roster was already one of the largest in the city. The company had 33 firms working on its behalf at the start of the year. Now it has 40 firms. 40 lobbying firms?
That should tell you how much this deal is worth.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. GetTheBlaze.com.
Thank you, Jeffy.
The end.
That was a good tie-in.
The end.
Yeah. And we're getting very high amount of comments, so we do appreciate that. We're going to we were set a goal initially, and we're going to easily surpass that, I think. Hopefully plus a lot more. So if you can get involved, go to gettheblaze.com and get that done. It's amazing there are 40 lobbying firms that in existence. And I tend to take a different tact on this. Most people will say, well, this is why we need to change the role of money in politics. Actually, it's why we need to hire better people to be our representatives. You can lobby all you want. In fact, that's a constitutionally guaranteed right to be able to petition your government. It's not a constitutional.
You don't have to do what they say.
You don't have to do what they say.
What the lobbyists say.
It's your job, representatives, to represent the people, not the lobbying firms.
They took me out for a hamburger.
Right.
Got to get that legislation passed for them.
It had bacon and cheese on it. Oh, the role of money in politics, No, not the role of money in politics. The role of crappy politicians in politics. That's what we have to worry about.
Yes.
If you elect good people, you think Mike Lee's getting won over by a steak?
No.
He's actually doing what he was there to do.
Yes.
2 steaks.
Two steaks, yes. Okay, anyone's going to fall for 2 steaks. Especially if you have grilled onions on them.
Hello.
Some grilled onions and mushrooms. Maybe your little béarnaise sauce on the side. Then I understand.
All right, I'm signing that legislation.
And what are you going to do then?
Well, there's béarnaise. Yeah, you got to go with it.
I mean, especially if it's blue cheese encrusted.
Oh, man.
I mean, you're going to...
Seriously.
Not much you could do there. What was it? Was Eric Cantor who spent more on steak dinners than Dave Pratt did in the entire campaign?
Yeah, $170,000 or something, wasn't it?
That's a lot of money.
There's your
Did
lesson.
He spend $170,000 on steak dinners?
Yeah, something like that. And it was because it sounds ridiculous to an outsider, but when you take 20 lobbyists out to dinner, you're going to spend $4,000 or $5,000 at a time,
right,
on something like that,
drinks and all that stuff.
Yeah, and they don't take they take them to the nicest steak restaurants where steaks cost $50, $60, $70 a pop.
Right.
It's not Steakums.
No.
Usually they don't serve Steakums at places like that.
Why the Steakum hate?
I loved Steakums back in the day. Now I look back at it and I'm like, I used to break them like, I don't think those were steaks.
The Glenn Beck program on The Blaze, the national radio.